64, bringing you some more Pokémon Colosseum. In the last episode, we purified our boy Mirage, who didn't get nearly as much experience as I thought he would, but nevertheless is still a Flygon. And once he's caught up in levels, we are going to allow him, well, until he's caught up in levels, at least we're going to allow him to hold on to the XP share. Rash Nature, which doesn't really help, but doesn't exactly hinder us either. It gives him a boosted special attack, which is going to be really useful for moves like Dragon Breath and Crunch, and that means these two moves are going to be very interesting. I can pretty much do anything I want with those moves. I think Flamethrower is going to be one of them, given how many grass types we fought here at Pyrite Coliseum so far. And then, yeah, we did a couple of rounds here at Pyrite Coliseum. We're going to do 2 more rounds to get the last 2 TMs, and then we're going to purify some Shadow Pokemon before we head to Real Game Tower to settle the score with Cypher once and for all. Alright. So now that that's taken care of, I can continue answering questions for you guys that you've left me anonymously, and I have, what, 1 or 2? I have 2 more questions left to answer, and I will more than happily answer those questions. The first question is, what are your thoughts on Pokemon Horizons? Mostly positive. I think a lot of you may not realize it, but I don't have deep emotional connection to Ash Ketchum that a lot of other fans did. So, like, when everyone started bawling their eyes out over, oh no, Ash's story's coming to an end, what are we gonna do? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I really just don't care. And you may think that's unfortunate, but I just don't care. Like, I have next to no interest in seeing what happens to Ash, especially after Journeys, which was both steps forward and major steps backwards for his character. I think they've done all they can. I don't need to see Ash Ketchum appear ever again in anything, and my life is fine. Now, that might not be the same case for you, but again, like I said, you asked me my opinion, and I gave you my opinion. Alright, so... oh, there you go. Beautiful, okay. So we'll go Feint Attack, and, Static, you just stand there looking pretty. We'll call it. He's just happy. He's just happy to be. But no, like, so when they announced that Pokemon Horizons was gonna have nothing to do with Ash and Pikachu and all that, I just sat there and said, okay, I'm game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I've watched all of the English dubbed episodes as well as a few of the Japanese episodes. I have not caught up, I will say that, but from what I've seen, it's very interesting to have a story that's not always, I want to get the badges, I want to be the best that's ever been. I don't need to see someone battle all the gyms again. We don't need to constantly see the same thing on repeat, which again is why I don't understand the absolute adoration some of the fans have for Team Rocket. Like, I hated Team Rocket. Once they followed Ash to Hoenn, I knew they were just going to be a problem for the rest of time. And that's exactly what they were. What's the point of having Team Rocket be there? Constantly trying to catch the same electric mouse they've been trying to catch since, like, what, episode 2 or 3? And then, alright, I'm willing to bet that Rhyhorn has lightning rod for an ability. So I'm going to try Thunder Shock instead of Thunder. Actually, it doesn't really matter, but we'll go Feint Attack and Thunderbolt, both on the Meditite. But yeah, I do not have that connection to Team Rocket, to Ash, to Misty, to Brock. I do not have the connections you guys have. I just don't. It's unfortunate, maybe, but like I said, I just don't have the connections that you guys do. Oh, he doesn't have lightning rod for an ability. Interesting. Then I wish you'd hit faster than that Meditite. Freaking static. Pest. Alright, Rhyhorn takedown. Alright, so unfortunately, two of my Pokemon are confused. One of my Pokemon's confused, and one of them can't do anything to a Rhyhorn. So I think we'll have to swap at least one of them out. But no, I've watched a lot of it, and I'm interested in the story for once. It's not the same lather, rinse, repeat of Ash wants to be the gym, wants to be the best Pokemon trainer. Oh no, evil organization's doing this. We gotta stop them. Ash makes it to the quarterfinals and loses. But then he sees a Pokemon from a new region and is like, oh, I gotta go see this new region. Yeah, I don't need to see any more of that. I was done with that when X and Y came out. And X and Y, I will say, is the best example of how to do that type of story. I can't stand Sun and Moon. I don't understand how people think that's like up there or anything above mediocre. And then Journeys was just even worse than that. But like Pokemon Horizons, I genuinely am enjoying the story. I like the characters. Liko is absolutely adorable. The fact that she got Sprigatito and then evolved it is what gets me going. Like, I'm like, they could have just had her stick with Sprigatito the entire time. But no, they actually have her evolve her Pokemon. All of her Pokemon, too. She caught a Hatena. I think like halfway through the series. And it's already a Hatterene. Not a Hatterene, the second form. I can't think of its name. Future me's laughing at me right now. Let's go Confuse Ray, Graveler, and switch out Static for Rookie. I just picked like the worst time for you guys. I just don't want anyone to be too heavily high in level. Apparently I'm not allowed to do that. I love Rico. I love Liko. I love Roy. The other goth girl, I can't think of her. I think it's Dot. I can give or take. I can give or take Dot. I don't really need to. I don't need to see or think about her that much. I like the villains are actually kind of unique too. You have that kid with the Cruella de Vil hair. Theo, I think his name is. And then you have that girl who's really loud and obnoxious. It's fun. Like, the only downside is I haven't watched enough of it to fully remember their names. I remember Liko, I remember Roy, and obviously I remember the Pokemon. That's pretty much it. In the Japanese dub, I've noticed they've introduced a new character who's got, like the Yamcha issues where he can't talk to girls. And everybody thought when that happened, oh, we're finally going to get a Pokemon show that genuinely talks about love. And it's like, yeah, no, not with these kids. They might do it later with that captain guy and the other pilot girl, but I don't think they're gonna really go down that path. Pokemon's never really done that, and they don't want to break the status quo. They can't break the status quo. That would just be wrong. But no, like I said, I genuinely enjoy it. It's the most I've enjoyed a Pokemon series since X and Y. Jesus Christ, with these ground types. Freaking, I am so sorry, Static. You are getting, like, no experience here. Alright. First things first, Confuse Ray that Gligar because it's going to be a pain in the ass. And we'll bring out Kirky again. Alright, so I have one last question. And Actually, I can't answer that. Well, I mean, I technically can answer it, but yeah, I may as well. I will give it my best answer, even though I don't have an actual thing for it because I haven't seen the show yet. What are your thoughts on the new Disney villain show at Hollywood Studios? Well, I haven't seen it yet, and I have not watched the. What's it called yet either. I haven't watched anybody else's things for it. I've honestly, like I said, not watched any of it. I know the original theme song for it. It's like magic mirror on the wall, most misunderstood. I think the general idea is they're trying to give the villains an opportunity to explain themselves. Or something like that, or they'd be like, oh, I was misunderstood, but in reality, we all know they're all a bunch of psychopaths. Let's see. We will Feint Attack Quagsire. Gligar is going to be a problem. I know that for a fact. It always is. But no, I have not seen enough of the show. I don't even think I've looked up anything about the show. I want to be pleasantly surprised when I go to see it in 2027. Which, what is our count to now? It's obviously not happening for a while. But I'm just saying, I'm curious to see what our count is at. I believe it is 6 something or other. Yeah, 642 days till we go to Florida again. Sheldon. Surf means absolutely nothing right now. So we are gonna confuse Ray Shelgon, and we are gonna screech at. Did not mean to screech at Shelgon. I meant to screech at Quagsire, but whatever. But no, I have not seen anything about it. From what I've heard, they do rendition. From what I've vaguely heard, I think they do renditions of their own villain songs. I don't get how they're gonna do that for Hades because I don't think he has a villain song. Captain Hook has one, I know. Cruella obviously has one. I don't think either the Queen or Maleficent have them if they're in the show. Hell, even Jafar doesn't have one. I don't know if they're doing any more villains after that. So I couldn't tell. Like I said, I have not done my research on that show in particular. So unfortunately, I can't answer that question with a full and honest thing, but I can tell you about other things. I mean, they have the what's it called? We'll do Feint Attack on you, and we'll do Slash on Shelgon. I could talk. I could talk about the. Yeah, actually, I don't have anything to talk about right now. I was trying to think of, oh, maybe I could talk about this or that, but I'm 99% sure I've already tackled or talked about everything I wanted to talk about in other parts of these Q&As. So I think I have officially caught up to everybody's questions. Shelgon's gone next turn. What do I do against Quagsire? I guess we'll bring out Icarus. I guess. So Quagsire will be gone next turn. Shelgon will be gone next turn. Yeah, we're good to go. Oh man. I thought I would never catch up to the questions, and apparently I did. But feel free to keep them coming through the normal means. If you want to message me on Facebook, you want to leave a comment on any of my videos, I'll be more than happy to answer the questions when I get down to them. Or should I be able to get down to them, because I don't think we're going to be doing it many more LPs after this year, where it's going to be a lot of the Q&A stuff. There's going to be a lot of LPs in 2026 that are going to be a lot of me needing to concentrate. Let's see. We will go Reflect and reach. Wow, this was just one. This was just one Colosseum battle. I just realized that. This episode's probably gonna be pretty long, but I'm okay with that. So now we tag team this Pelican. Hopefully it does not know Protect, or else this fight will go on even longer. It does not. Good. So Psychic shouldn't KO it. And it did. Okay, good job. Good job, Icarus. Alright, we finally took care of the third battle. This should get us the TM for Roar. And then the last one should be Brick Break. Unless it wants to give me Brick Break now, in which case I'd be very happy. I'm also very happy with all the money I've been getting. Nope, TM05 Roar. Okay, so we had to do one more no matter what. Well, Ansem got a lot of experience. Unfortunately, Static really didn't. But hopefully we'll be able to give them one last hurrah. Yes. Yes. And but the bad part is now I don't have any more questions to answer, but I guess now I can just let my mind wander. God, that sounds like such a bad idea on my part. We all know where N-Man's mind wanders, when he doesn't have to answer anything. Oh God. It's such a shame that this game wasn't as successful as other Pokemon games have been. I mean, it's one of the top-selling video games in the GameCube era, but like, it still barely sold like 2 million copies. That shows you just how disappointing the GameCube was to so many people because of the inability to. Static cannot catch a freaking. You know what? No, Static, you're gonna earn your keep here, dude. Thunderbolt these bitches. It's just a shame that this game did not do as well as it probably should have. It's got a great story. It great story. It makes you have to think. Like, how many Pokemon games actually make you have to think? Usually you just grab a Pokemon, level it up to like 80, and then just hope for the best against the Elite Four. This game you have to actually strategize and think out your moves. You don't really get that luxury in this game. You have to actually scheme and think about what moves you're giving your Pokemon. You can't just build a Pokemon team on adrenaline alone. That won't end well. And the worst part is I think XD did even worse in terms of sales. And that's why the games are like so highly sought after now, all these years later, for physical copies, at least. Thank God I have mine. Colosseum, I will say, I think I appreciate this game more for being what it is. Like, I appreciate this game for being a bigger challenge, but if you wanted to talk about a game that did all of it right, including the challenge part, I would have to say XD was somewhat superior to Colosseum. And don't worry, we'll be doing a Pokemon XD channel down the line. This was just one I wanted to do. I wanted to do this one for a while, and once I realized I wouldn't have enough space, enough time to do, what's it called? I wouldn't have time to do. Freaking Pokemon Legends CA. It's not gonna be out in time before I needed videos, and thus we did this. There you go. Ant-Man's brain is still somewhat working 30 years after he was born. Still somewhat working. But it's always nice to revisit these games because you always get a challenge. Sometimes it's using Pokemon you've never used before. Sometimes it's you want to build a team around a specific strategy. Sometimes it's you need an intimidate Pokemon, but you don't want to. But Hitmontop doesn't fit your balance because you already are using the Makuhita or you're using Medicham or something like that. Oh, thank God. Okay. Finally, Static can get his fucking... let his fucking hair down. Even though he doesn't have hair because he's not his Mega Evolution yet. Fuse Ray, you, Thunderbolt, that will. One of the things I do find very funny about this game is just the sizes of some of these Pokemon. Like, some of the Pokemon obviously make sense. They're basically their canon heights, if not slightly bigger. But then when you see Wailord in some of these Colosseums where it's fucking massive, it's just fucking funny to me. Are you gonna paralyze yourself too, Chief? Probably not. It's okay though. Static is just happy to be here. In fact, he's so happy he gave you a kiss and you died. He calls it his happy shop kiss. Main attack and Thunderbolt. Who cares? Who cares? It's a Voltorb. There you go. Might hurt yourself. Apparently, Voltorb has beef against Ansem for some reason. No, Ansem! How come whenever they have the opportunity to be paralyzed, they're never paralyzed? Like, hell, wasn't it when Raikou was paralyzed for, like, one time trying to catch him? So dumb. My Pokemon should be, like, immediately paralyzed. I mean, freaking, they should all, it feels like every time I roll a 50-50, it goes against me, but when they roll a 50-50, it's always in their favor. It's so dumb. But that's just Pokemon in general. I was having that luck yesterday, playing when I was doing Black and White, when I was doing Scarlet and Violet, Terror Raids. You are one ugly guy. You should not really consider yourself a boss of anything, dude. Jesus Christ! What is this? What are these guys' issues with? God, I just want to have a freaking... Let Static get some experience. He's gonna fall behind again because of these fucking gremlins. Good lord. Alright. First things first. Fuse Ray Larvitar. Swap out Static. In Crookie. Lord. I just want, like, one day. Just one easy day. Where I don't have to worry about that. Evidently, that's too much to ask. Larvitar with Outrage. Interesting. The special's not that good, though. also have to ask if I'm going to be getting the, if you have to buy the upgrade for Switch 2 and that when you get that. Because frankly, like I said, I don't want, from what I've been hearing about the Switch 2, it's been having a lot of issues. Not just with the financial asks, but it's also been having issues with DLC and stuff like that. What was it? For Weekend Gamers, what were we doing? I think we were doing, we were doing Mario Party Jamboree, and, Dominic was having issues with, what's it called? Dominic was having issues with, the game because apparently he has to watch the cutscene at the beginning constantly because it doesn't do anything for it. It's like, you should not be having issues like this. And it's making me, like, nervous about, you know... It's making me extremely nervous about wanting to buy this game. Or this system. No, I want Confuse Ray Electrode, Thunderbolt Lunatone. So I know what this motherfucker is going to be conjuring. I know what this motherfucker is going to be conjuring. And I want to get Static as much experience as possible before that actually happens. Lunatone, probably faster. Psywave. I wonder if this affects Umbreon. Or if it just automatically does nothing. I am curious. I've done a lot to Lunatone. Besides that. Let's see. We will Taunt, Electrode, and we will Thunder Lunatone. Please hurt yourself. Wait, were you going to be using Explosion this time around, Lunatone? Yes, you were, apparently. But your physical attack is not that good, so... And that still didn't... Jeez, look at all the freaking damage that still... Why do they get critical hit freaking attacks all the time? God damn it, Pokemon. Play fair. It's not even like Explosion's a high critical hit freaking move. Jesus. I don't know. Mirage, why not? Come on out. We haven't seen enough of you. I think we'll end up having to postpone the purifying for a little bit. Let's see. We will Confuse Ray Machoke and Sandtomb at Electrode. Seems like a good strategy. My poor boy Static just wants to get a tiny bit of experience and they won't even let him. Those pieces of shit. Alright. So now we will Taunt Electrode and we will again Sandtomb Electrode. Of course, Electrode is not confused for very long, but my Pokemon will be confused for like 18 turns and hit themselves 17 out of 18 times. There we go. Now we taunt Electrode, so now it can't use any non-attacking moves. Please hurt yourself, Machoke. Or just keep doing that. That works too. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have to postpone the next part. We will do that, and we will Dragon Breath Machoke. I'm guessing you're exploding. You useless piece of shit, Electrode. Alright, goodbye, Ansem. by Mirage, okay. You know, if those were my last two Pokemon, this would automatically be a... Oh yeah, I forgot Machoke protected itself because it's a little bitch. Yeah, you're a little bitch, Machoke. Did you know that? You are the biggest bitch on the block, actually. So I'm gonna have my two bitch beaters take care of you. Icarus smells a bitch. You also have a bitch. And DJ Spins, he owns a bitch. I'm guessing you are gonna now basically use Dynamic Punch and Zap Cannon consistently. So I'm gonna do Focus Energy. First, get rid of this stupid fucking Machoke. This jackass. Who does he think he is? He killed like half my fucking team with self-destruct and go, ooh, I'm cool. I'm gonna have my Pokemon blow up. Whatever. Kill this Ampharos. We tag team this Ampharos as long as we have to. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Icarus has it here. Oh, it does not. Okay. Alright. Kick to the head. Fucking core static hits. Kick to the head. Kick to the head. There you go. Fuck this bitch. And her explosive diarrhea. Oh, Icarus leveled up. He didn't really need it, but sure. Icarus is trying to learn Morning Sun. It's a healing move. As nice as that would be, I don't have a Sunny Day team really lined up for me, so I don't think I really need to heal him that much. I do appreciate the offer, though. I'm guessing that means when he gets to level 52, Anson's going to learn Moonlight. I'm guessing. I'm just going to take a wild guess and make that assumption. Congratulations, you're the champion. You battled fabulously. Please accept your cash prize of $720. That wasn't nearly as much money as that should have been. You bitch. Whatever. Alright, next time in Pokémon Colosseum, we are going to purify an entire horde of Shadow Pokemon. And hopefully by then I've gotten a few more questions to answer, because that's going to take a while. Or if not, I'll just have to ramble, like I always do. Until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara.